we're officially out here. Day one of John Muir Trail. We're out at the Cottonwood Pass Trailhead. It's August 30th.
August 30th.
Morale's pretty high right now.
Couple days we'll forget.
But we got a pretty easy day today, hopefully. Some elevation gain, but not a crazy distance. So we'll take it easy for the first couple days and hopefully we'll get acclimated and everything goes well.
Turn it up from there.
My parents here.
Howdy.
Dropped us off at the trailhead and are taking our car to Yosemite for us to pick up. Well, I guess it's time to get going. We're here at Rock Creek. Probably about almost 10 miles in today, about from Chicken Spring Lake. Got another mile or two if you want to get to this other creek.
First stream crossing.
First
Doing good.
crossing. And then we decided we wanted to go to Crabtree Meadows, probably another 6-ish miles, 5.5, 6. We're gonna get to the other spot and decide there. All right, it's morning of day 3. we're about 22-ish miles total into the hike.
Almost 10%.
Maybe getting close to 10% of the hike done. I don't think quite yet. You can see we finally are hitting the JMT. Fortunately, there's not some cool JMT sign, but Forester Pass is where we're hoping to get today. So at 12.8, it's not terrible. Be nice if we can get there. It is beautiful out here. We're out here, kind of getting to the top of this pass here before we drop down into Tyndall Creek. Tyndall Creek is kind of where we're gonna eat lunch, and then we're gonna go to Forester Pass, where we'll camp out, probably at the bottom of it. It's kind of the first big pass, well, big pass, I should say. Because we've been through others, but it's kind of a pretty view up here, kind of a moonscape. This is like looking away from Mount Whitney. Mount Whitney's kind of around the other side of this hill, you can't really see. I'm just making progress.
And we made it to our camp here. We're at the base of Forester Pass. Just a little glacier lake right here. Pretty cool spot, really. There's one more lake up above us, but we have to just stop here. There was multiple groups that were going to be there probably. We figured we'd stay here instead of pressing on to be by a bunch of people. And what we're thinking right now is that that's Forester Pass over there. You can't see the trail up there. I'm kind of thinking it's that low spot right there. It looks like there's a little bit less of an angle where we can maybe switch back. It's hard to say at this point. But overall, we did 15 miles today. Got into camp a little bit early, which was nice. We've been kind of sitting around for an hour or two, which has been great for morale. We're gonna go fill up the water and make some dinner. See you later on. This little crap. Cold?
Yep.
And wash down. Put these little clean off. Notice a little waterfall over there. Still can't see the pass. I don't see anything that even looks like a trail.
Yeah.
Almost as good as coffee. In front of us. Wasn't that thing at all. Well, where the hell does it go from there?
Well, I guess Forester Pass is a little different than what we thought. It's actually what I originally thought, but we second guessed ourselves. We thought it was over there somewhere, but you could see people walking up it. It actually doesn't look crazy bad. I'm sure I'll be regretting saying that in a little bit, but it's a beautiful morning.
Can't really tell where it goes from there.
Hey, it must go up that scree pile. We'll take some videos going up it at the top. Well, we're approaching the top of the pass here, on Forester Pass. Definitely a pretty impressive grade getting up here. We camped down by that lake last night, making our way. All right, we made it to the top of Forester Pass. Elevation 13,200 feet, the highest point in the whole entire trail. Oh, at least the PCT. I guess the John Muir Trail, you count Mount Whitney as the highest point. But there's that lake right down there is where we stayed last night. We crested over, and this is the view we got.
Morale's high.
Morale's very high. It's actually only 8:30 too.
Yeah.
I was hoping to be done by 9 with this, and way ahead of schedule.
Welcome to the top.
Living the high life. Alright, we made it on top of our second pass, big pass today. It's Glenn's Pass. Actually just a little bit under 12,000 feet. It's actually a pretty gnarly climb. It's right up there with Forester. Maybe slightly harder, I don't know. There's where we came from, right down there. Kind of like back in that canyons, and then those far mountains we came somewhere back in there. But now we're gonna switch over this side of the pass. You can see these lakes down there. The further lakes, I think, are the Ray Lakes, and that's where we plan on staying tonight. Coming into Ray Lakes, where we're going to camp tonight. It's a pretty incredible place. It's been a long day, but I think this place will make it worth it. At the Woods Creek Suspension Bridge. And this thing is rickety. This thing isn't super confidence inspiring. I feel like I'm on the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Yeah, it's a wobbly son of a
He
gun.
was gonna shake that much.
All right, we're at day 5 camp. We're up kind of just a little bit down below Pin Shot Pass, and we're near Twin Lakes, which is kind of behind us. And this is like an unnamed lake. It was about 12.68 miles, I think, today. I'm not exactly sure the elevation, probably around 2,000. We didn't have an official pass, but we definitely had a climb. So tomorrow, double pass day. Alright, made it on top of the first pass. We're on top of the Pincott Pass. Looks like that Pinchot. Yeah, a little over 12,000 feet. You can see right down there in the valley, that's where we stayed. Not those closer lakes, it was a lake kind of on the other side of that hill there. We came down yesterday, kind of over in that direction. But then we crested the pass, went down the north side. You can see a large lake here closer. I'm not sure the name of that one. And the next one is Lake Marjorie. And then we go down kind of around there and go towards Mathers, which will be our second pass. Big day. Started early though, so it's only about 8 right now, which is pretty nice. Heading up Mathers Pass here. I realized we hadn't really taken any videos of us actually going up the path. So this is kind of what the terrain looks like. And up there, been climbing for a while. We're down below this lake. There's Joel. Almost at the top, and show you all the switchbacks.
Made it to the top of Mathers Pass, 12,000 feet. It's the second pass of the day. And everyone's saying it was really easy, but it's still a pass. Going up that, you can see all the tracks blowing up. Where we came from, right over there, you can see kind of that reddish looking mountain. And I'm pretty sure that's it. Looking a little more north now. You see the lakes down there. I think that's where we're staying. Is that Palisade Lake? 2 miles to camp. Not too bad. And I guess we'll see when we get there.
Long time ago, men that were so strong, so tough, that they'd brush their teeth with coffee grounds. They wouldn't even think to jump at the sight of a spider. They'd use a rattlesnake as a lasso. They started chiseling at this mountain. One axe, one pry bar at a time, until they could finally craft the golden staircase.
We're here on day 7. making our way down to La Cante. Then we're gonna go up towards Muir.
Star Camp.
Star Camp on
Up
Muir Pass.
No passes today.
But it's day 7 and we haven't addressed something yet because Joel has been walking 85 plus miles so far on a bum ankle. Got a little over stoker before the trip and tried to train and sprained it. And then for the love of his wife, he went and did Hood to Coast and probably made it a little worse. But I think in general it's been doing all right.
Yeah, well, I hurt my neck this morning.
Yeah.
Standing up wrong.
Yeah, he stood up and
my neck.
sprained his neck.
All of a sudden that hurts now. My ankle doesn't hurt quite so bad.
I hate to say this, Joel, but your 40-year-old showing.
It's not one thing, it's something else.
Yeah.
Lost my water bottle.
Lost your water bottle too.
So that was kind of a bummer this morning. It wasn't worth going back and getting. I didn't know where I lost it. So just working out of my water bladder now, which is okay, but kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Other than that, rail's high.
Everything's fine. Well, welcome to the 40-year-old club. I know you're not quite there yet, but it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully your neck starts feeling better too. Bridge might be a little fracture critical. All right, we're in camp. Night 6. Night 7.
We're just below Muir Pass and did no passes today. We're just gonna take an easy day, 13 miles, and we found a spot on a river here. And so we've just been relaxing for the last couple hours, taking it easy. We're gonna have Muir Pass tomorrow. We're gonna make it down to one of the lakes to have a break, and then our resupply is 2 days away. So it's a big milestone for us.
Top of the Muir Pass, just a little bit under 12,000 feet. The other side of the pass. Got the John Muir hut here. Go inside, see if you can see anything. Oh wow. Yeah. Someone slept through.
Guess it's just emergency stuff right there.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, it's awesome. I didn't expect it to be all mortared.
Yeah. It's actually pretty impressively built, like a beehive.
Oh my god. Is somebody in here holding it and they accept the last brick?
Oh, coming down Muir Pass, you see a little marmot running. Running there in the background. Got a little lake. Definitely a lot of marmots out here. I think it should be a pretty easy cruise back down to, seems like people are highly talking up McClure Meadows. Maybe that's where we stay. We'll see. Nice day though, the cloud cover kind of keeps it cool, which is good. Hopefully the sun will be out when we get to camp though, so maybe we can swim. But we'll see.
5 hours later.
Hey, we're on day 8. We had a pretty long day today. We started on the southern side of Muir Pass, and we climbed over Muir Pass and came all the way down to Evolution Valley. It was like 18.6, is that what I said?
18.6.
18.6 total miles for the one pass. And I guess this is kind of where we're staying here. There's like a nice little meadow out there with some creeks going through. Evolution Creek, it splits off, and this is kind of where we're going to be setting up our campground. Not the most pristine campsite, but it's good enough for today.
Oh yeah, after 18 miles,
After
we'll
18
take a flat
miles.
spot. And water over there, it's perfect.
And tomorrow is resupply day.
Resupply day. Officially the John Muir halfway point.
Yep.
So
So
that's exciting. That's,
super
a
excited.
big marker.
I think we've already eclipsed technically the halfway point for us in total miles, but the resupply kind of really marks the real halfway point. So we should hit that kind of semi earlier in the day, and then decide how far to go after that. And then, gosh, only a couple more days out, a few more days after that, we'll be in Mammoth. And
yeah, and we can unload everything we don't want
yeah,
without having to throw it away.
I'm sure Steve and Nicole will have some nice food for us and
Oh,
some
yeah.
cold rum and cokes.
Oh man, don't even talk about it.
All right. we made it to the resupply. The Muir Trail Ranch. 105 more miles to Yosemite Valley. About the halfway point. It's kind of where we went through our bucket over there. Changed things out. Little bell to ring, I guess. We got all these buckets. We could donate stuff or grab stuff if needed. It's pretty neat. A place to get a fire waiting to start here. What's the trail?
All right, we made it to our spot here. We're at Sally Keys Lakes. Pretty nice spot. We're on the most southern end of it. We pretty much found a flat spot and decided to stop. Went 15.8 miles today. You can see this is Sylvan Pass where that V is coming down. We're 700 feet below the pass right now. We could have kept pushing to go over it, but we just figured we'd stop. We're in a good enough spot. Just a little side trail. It's not really on the map as a campsite, but it looks like a flat area. Gonna work out here. We're gonna set up our camp there, maybe over there. Ain't no rules. And we got kind of a long day. We're planning tomorrow. We're potentially gonna be in Mammoth late on Monday or Tuesday morning. So we're cruising right along. One day ahead of schedule for sure, maybe a little bit more.
Up Sylvan Pass here. You can see Heart Lake down there below. You can't see where we stayed, Sally Keys Lake. It's right below Heart Lake there. We're just crossing over, getting our first glimpse of what's on the other side of this ridge. Looks like there's a lot of lakes. You can see a couple more mountains. Now we have another pass, Silver Pass, that's coming up. All right, this is day 10 camp. We started the day up at Sally Keys Lake. We went over the Selden Pass there and then kind of down the other side. Then we had to go up this I think it's Bear Creek Ridge. You can kind of see it in the shot up like through the trees, that huge ridge. We had to climb like 800 feet up it and then go down 2,000 feet of switchbacks. So there's another. And then we kind of eventually made it here. I think it was like a total of like 18.6 miles. It was a pretty big day. We're going up Silver Pass. We're gonna go up Silver Pass tomorrow and down the other side, and we're gonna camp somewhere just short of Mammoth, and then we'll get Steve and Nicole, we'll get us, or we'll take the trolley and go into Mammoth for a night, which would be nice. So that's kind of our future itinerary.
On track.
On track. Ahead of schedule.
We're headed up Silver Pass right now. 3 miles or so from Silver Lake. We put out on the trail about 7 o'clock this morning. A couple miles in. It's just a clear blue sky day. This little wooded, we're getting back into the granite now. But we're thinking up that valley, or I'm thinking anyhow, up that valley is the pass. But it's kind of difficult to say. Looking to the south, that's where we came from, down that big ridge yesterday. A couple more miles to the lake.
You can see this is the north side of the the pass. There's the Chief Lake. I think the one behind it's like the Lone Indian Lake. And then the one over here is Warrior Lake. But much better view. There's Joel. This is looking back down south-ish. And this is the direction we came up. Kind of that valley. So we're on. We got a pretty decent day, and then tomorrow we'll be getting out at Mammoth to resupply with the Sloan, so it's exciting.
Made it to our campsite here. Not a great one, but not a terrible one either. This is the last water until we get almost to Mammoth. Look over there, there's kind of a little tree line, and there's a tiny little creek that runs through that. And that is all we need. Now we're kind of in the bottom of this valley here. Up on the top of that, I think is Duck Lake. And that is where the water is coming out of. Overall, we had a real good day. 17.5 miles. One pass, Silver Pass. It wasn't too bad. We're going to be in Mammoth tomorrow about noon, hopefully. And then we can hang out there until, what's that? It'll be Monday midday to Tuesday midday. So we're pretty excited about that. Just a couple more days to Yosemite. We're out of here.
Hey.
Come on, guys.
Go ahead.
All right. Have a good one. Enjoy it. Warming up.
Yeah. Bakwa! Hey, Bakwa! So wait a second.
Walked around Horseshoe Lake waiting. How's it going?
We made it!
Yeah! Hey, we don't know these people. They just saw the sign.
Yeah, parking lot.
They just saw the sign that says Chuck Wagon.
Good to see you.
See you.
Yeah.
Good Gucci, say pa.
Yeah, it's been a dusty mess.
You think?
I know, the last couple of days have been like this.
We officially made it! Look at it!
We are there.
We're here, Mammoth!
Ready to resupply. Maybe have a cocktail.
Yep.
Take a shower.
Maybe do some laundry.
Wash off your dirty legs.
Yeah.
We're gonna take care of you guys.
Ready to take a break.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're all here with us.
Sounds good.
Yep. All right. You say that now.
Yeah. Gonna regret that.
Treating us like that.
I guess this is the end. We're
Yeah.
going back out on the trail, believe it or not.
It's gonna be awesome.
We got burgers for lunch or dinner.
Yeah, that's gonna
Still
be good.
warm right now, so maybe in 100 feet.
Yeah.
We don't know these guys. They just saw the sign that said Chuck Wagon, all you can eat. And they seem like pretty nice guys, so we said, okay, you can have a ride. Here's a shuttle driver here. And
Yeah.
she's been the trusty assistant.
Plenty
the
of
whole
food
time.
and drinks last night, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It was a good time. We really appreciate everything you guys did for us. And thanks for
awesome.
coming down here.
I loved it.
Yeah. We were blessed to have you guys. I'm gonna walk them up to the trail so they don't get lost.
All right. Thanks. All right, I think it's day 13. We left Mammoth this morning and kind of headed back to the trail. We're kind of in some unnamed lake here. It's just a little bit north of Devil's Post Pile. And this is our camp here for the night. It's about a little over 11 miles today. Pretty easy, and then tomorrow's actually probably going to be less than 10 or around 10 miles for Thousand Island Lakes, which is obviously going to be a pretty easy day too. We kind of just have like multiple under 15 mile per day hikes over the next few days, and then just one big kind of like 17-ish, 18-ish to get out on Sunday. That's about it. One over Donahue Pass, kind of the last of the end of passes.
I think the last time we're over 10,000.
I think it's over 10,000. We're actually officially in Yosemite now too, the national park, which is pretty neat. It's not really a huge view. It's like, again, these passes kind of peter out the further south you go. They're not like these big epic, huge knife's edge type ridge where it's like you have these huge views, kind of more like dome-like. But yeah, making progress. Gonna stay probably in Laurel Canyon tonight.
All right, this is day 15, about 5:30. We made it to a spot here on Laurel Canyon. Got a tent set up. They got all wet from last night and everything got all frosted again, so we set them up, getting them aired out right now. I'm ready to make some dinner. We are about 8 miles from Tuolumne Meadows and just under 30 from Yosemite Valley. So almost there.
We're here at Upper Cathedral Lake. This is where we were going to stay, but I think we're deciding to go a little further, a few miles further, just to make it a little easier tomorrow. You can see some peaks around us. I think that might be Cathedral Peak. It kind of looks different from this side than the other side. And there's one over there. We're pretty much going over that little dinky pass as our last pass of the whole entire trip. And pretty much all downhill to Yosemite. We're up over the pass and we're got this pretty amazing view here. Can't see Yosemite Valley yet. I think it's a little bit further off to our right. If I were to guess, kind of that direction somewhere. Sunday morning, finishing up the hike today. You can see kind of looking down into Little Yosemite Valley. Kind of goes right up that way, kind of around that dome thing. Then you could also see kind of half dome through there, through the trees. Getting close. This trail happened to be open, so we're gonna go down this trail and see how steep son of a gun it is. Nevada Falls is just right over there. Coming into the valley, and a few miles left. Almost there. Alright, we're crossing the Merced on one of the bridges on the Mist Trail. You can see the Emerald Pool down there. There's Liberty Cap. Half Dump's kind of over there. We're at the top of Vernal Falls. You kind of see people down there. That's the way we're going to go down. Alright, we're going down the infamous stairs. Like head to the bottom of Vernal Falls. On the Mist Trail. I know technically this isn't the John Muir Trail, but we elected to take the prettier scenic route for the last little bit so we can get these waterfalls. So, just kind of cruising down. There's Joel navigating down the stairs. Definitely not on the backcountry John Muir Trail anymore. But a lot of people are heading down that way. Alright, so we're on our last mile.
We start running.
Start sprinting. Coming down into Yosemite, some 240 something-ish miles. I don't know exactly yet, but find out. Probably do a recap when we get to the bottom. But we're super close. Boy, is it busy here though.
Hey, we freaking made it.
We finished it, but we're a little
Walking across
sour.
the bridge. There's no official northern terminus of any kind.
There was just a kind of just a brown informational sign that said John Muir Trail this way.
But we're on our way to the car.
Yeah.
Maybe get some pizza. Maybe sneak into one of the camp showers.
Yeah.
And if not, we don't.
Yep.
But we made it.
We made it. Victory snort. We made it to the car.
We made it. The car
survived.
started. We still had the key, and the barb is still in here.
Day 17. Life is good.
That was gonna taste better than that.
Tastes like victory.
Is that the Hawaii down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard they got a pretty good breakfast.
Bye.